Hey, Whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another very exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Little Cup Tortiment. Today, we have got a very exciting Sweet 16 battle for you as we continue on through that round. Two titans between Klungar and gbl4turtles, or Shunosaurus, as you guys may better recognize him as, are fighting it out for the right to move on to the Elite Eight and take on the yet-to-be-determined winner of the Scad and Fabe fight, which is going to be happening before too long here in the tournament, but we've got a couple of other battles to get to before then. Specifically, these battles to get to before then, because we have got, again, Klungar and gbl4turtles going up against each other today. And let's check out what these two awesome battlers have in store for us, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. Klungar leads off with Mumbo Jumbo, his Pawniard, while gbl4turtles in Shunosaurus fashion has a monotype bug team that he is running, and so he is going to force out the Pawniard there. Shellder comes in at that point as the Anorith switches in and is going to be able to finish off Anorith with a Icicle Spear. Now Klungar was able to get the Rocks up first turn, which with Bugs type's Rock's weakness is going to do him pretty well because it's going to do a little bit of extra damage. And unfortunately he loses Bottles, his Diglett there, as soon as he switches in. But Banjo, the Meanfu, comes in and he's going to start throwing up some moves up against the Shelmet. Shelmet able to withstand those pretty well, get the Toxic going, things like that. But the Poison Jab is finally going to take down the Shelmet there as Banjo continues to take toxic damage. At which point Nick comes back in, the Joltik, going to throw up that Disc Charge, continuing to tick away at the health of the Meanfu. But the knockoff is going to be enough to kill the Joltik as well. At which point Larvesta switches in. Larvesta is usually pretty much a terror in Little Cup and a good addition to any monotype bug team. Gonna throw up that Flare Blitz on Kazooie. Not going to be all that effective, but Kazooie is going to miss the Stone Edge, which leaves Larvesta open to do another one. So getting decent damage off on the Archon either way before the Stone Edge finally lands and takes down the Larvesta. At which point Surskit's going to switch in. Kazooie's going to heal up with Roost as Surskit sets up the Rain Dance, boosting the power of that Scald. Going to take down the Archon there. At which point Brentilda switches in. The Scald is going to crit and do some serious damage to the Spritzee there. Throwing up the Wish and hiding behind the Protect is its best course of action, and that is what it does, healing up a little bit in face of the Surskit. Now, Brentilda gets taken down almost to the very bottom once again, throws up that Wish, and is going to switch out into Cheeto. Cheeto is going to get the Wish once he comes in and help it get its health back up, but is going to get burned there, so going to throw up that Rock Blast, and thankfully is going to have enough of them to finish off the Surskit despite the burn, at which point the Carablast switches in. Nobel going to throw up that Drill Run and finish off Cheeto, the Shellder. Mumbo Jumbo then switches back in, been away for most of the battle, and is going to throw up the Knockoff to finish off battle number 1 up against gbl4turtles. So Klungar takes battle number 1. Let's check what we've got going for us in battle number 2. Here we go, guys. Alrighty guys, battle number 2 leads off with Larvesta versus Mumbo Jumbo once again. Larvesta taking the upper hand this time, getting rid of that threat early, finishing off Mumbo Jumbo there while taking some damage. As Bottle switches in, and this time able to actually do something, throwing up that Rock Slide and finishing off Larvesta. Nick switches in though, and then once again Bottles is going to go down. I'm not sure if Klungar just decided he didn't need Bottles anymore or forgot that that was going to happen, but Kazooie switches in, able to land the Stone Edge on the first attempt this time and finish off the Shelmet with a nice Stone Edge Earthquake combo there. Nick comes in then, again, is going to throw up a Discharge this time, doing good damage to Kazooie, finishing it off this time after taking hard damage from a Stone Edge the turn before. So things are looking good for gbl4turtles at this point, although now after Banjo takes out Nick, they are 3-3, so pretty evenly matched at this point. Nobel's going to take a hard knockoff, losing his Choice Band, going to get a knockoff on Banjo, removing the Eviolite, so nothing worse than a bulky Mindfu to be sure. So get that thing dead, and Nobel does very well doing just that. So now we've got Nobel up against Cheeto. Cheeto switches in and is going to throw up that Ice Shard, which is going to priority finish off the Carablast. At which point Surskit switches in, going to once again get the Scald off on Cheeto. So that works out pretty nicely, although the super effective Rock Blast is going to be just enough to finish off the Surskit and get it off the field there. So Now, Shunosaurus gbl4turtles is down to just Anorith versus Spritzy. So we got a 1-to-1 match here at the very end. Gonna throw up that Rock Slide, gonna do decent damage as Brentilda throws up the Wish. And then Brentilda's going to throw up the Moonblast while it waits for the Wish to make contact, as it does there. So widening the HP gap there a little bit. Going to continue on throwing up that Wish, keeping itself alive while it waits for its own moves to nick away at the Anorith. Getting a little bit of health back there. Continuing to take good Rock Slides from Shale, but the final Moonblast is going to come in and finish off gbl4turtles. So Klungar wins it. Best 2 out of 3, 2 out of 2 battles. Klungar takes it, but very, very close both times. No shame at all in Shunosaurus going out, especially when Shunosaurus told me he was going full Mino bug type. I'm like, oh, there's some good bug types, but that could be challenging. But he pulled it off for sure. And so I'm very excited to see what gbl4turtles is going to do in the consolation bracket, which will be starting it very shortly. But yeah, as of now, Klungar takes best 2 matches, moves on into the Elite 8, and is going to be going up against the winner of either Scad or Fabe in their Sweet 16 battle, which will be coming up shortly. But yeah, so congratulations to Klungar, and good luck in the consolation bracket to Shunosaurus. And to all the competitors who have ended up in the consolation bracket. I'm really excited to give you guys some different matchups and see how you guys all shake out. As I've explained before, stick around for the consolation bracket. Sometimes when I've done tournaments, been in tournaments and stuff, people don't generally have any interest in sticking around in the losers bracket, or consolation bracket as we're calling it. In this particular double elimination format, the winner of the consolation bracket actually has the opportunity to fight the winner of the champion bracket and potentially take the title for themselves. So keep up your best work and you could potentially win this whole thing still. So make sure to keep an eye out for the consolation bracket coming out in the next couple of weeks. Or episodes, I guess we should say, depending on how long it takes us to get through that. Once we finish up this Sweet 16 and we have our Elite 8 challengers, we will start putting out, or I will put out the consolation bracket, and we will get this thing rolling just fine. So thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations again to Klungar moving on into the Elite 8, and we will find out who your opponent will be in the next couple of episodes, I'm sure. But between that time and now, we have a couple of other episodes coming up, and we will find out what else is going to be going on in the Elite 8 at that time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Gray, and you guys have been great. Make sure to leave those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, guys, and I'll see you all back here next time on Tortimer the Gray Gaming. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.